What's up? You just tuned into another episode of Real Talk with Ben. Before I get started, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share, repost. And before I hop into today's topic, some of you are actually going to cut this video off before I drive my points home. And that's fine. That just simply means that you aren't ready to receive the information that I'm about to give. But if you are open and receptive to new ideas, please stay tuned in because we got a lot to talk about. So today, what we're talking about is, where do your core beliefs come from? And the reason I wanted to focus on this topic is because we have so much going on today with the pandemic, in the media, just a whole lot going on. And the reason I'm making this video is because I want to provoke questioning some things. All right. So where do your beliefs come from? From the time you were born up until the age of 7, your core beliefs were created by the person that had authority over your life. Whoever your parent was, whoever your guardian was, they helped mold your belief system. How did they do it? By repetition of the same information, by repetition of the things that were told to you. I got a question for you. How do you know your name? How do you know your name? You know your name because your name was repeated to you thousands of times, and at some point, your subconscious mind said, okay, I'm going to respond to this. This is who I am. It became a belief. It became part of your belief system. Okay? So anywhere you go in the world and you hear your name, it doesn't matter where you are, you will respond to it. You will actually look around to see where it came from because it was programmed into your subconscious mind. Okay? It was programmed into your subconscious mind. So let's fast forward a little bit. Let's make it a little interesting. The same beliefs that most of people's parents has rubbed off on you. Like, I can ask you a few questions and you will respond to them instantly because they've been programmed. It's part of your programming. Like, if I ask you, money doesn't grow on what? You'll say trees. Money is the root of all evil. That's what you would reply because these things have been programmed into your subconscious mind. Okay? Now, some of these programs are bad for you. And here's how. Here's an example. If you go to the doctors, right, and they say to you that you have a illness or sickness and you have X amount of time to die, because you were trained that the doctor had authority over you when it came to your health, you accept that as a belief. You accept it as a belief. Most people, I'm not going to say all, because I don't want someone to say he's making generalization. He's generalizing. No. You accept what this person says about your life because you were trained, you were programmed that if a doctor says something about your health, then more than likely it's the truth. When that particular person may not necessarily have all the facts or 100% know the truth. Now, my point for that particular example is your parents, your grandparents grew up on radio, newspaper, and television. That is their source of getting information in regards to global events, right? So, because, and I'm not going to say all, most people believe what the news say because they were programmed from their grandparents and their parents. You now grow up with that same programming. When you see something with your physical eyes or you hear something on the news, you now let that take authority over your life. You now let this control your belief system. You accept it as truth because you were trained to accept it as truth. See, anything that is repeated on a repetitious basis to you over and over and over, and is fed to you over and over and over, is accepted into your subconscious mind as the truth. And whatever accepted in the subconscious mind as truth creates physical reality. The same way you were told your name over and over and over, the same way you were told money doesn't grow on trees, the same way that you learned 1 + 1. It's repetition of the same information. And when you understand what you focus on and what you give authority over your life creates your reality, then you can understand. Now, here's why it can be dangerous. Because, again, you have been trained that the media or certain sources or certain people, entertainers, or if someone has more money than you, or certain people of so-called authority, you have been trained that what they say is a fact, when in all actuality it could be false. So because you're trained to believe it, you will accept what you're being told as truth. I want you to think about this. Why do you think it costs millions of dollars for advertisement during football season, basketball season, during major fights? 30 seconds can cost you millions of dollars. Why? Because it's been scientifically proven that the repetition of the same information can program your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind works off of your 5 senses: what you see, smell, taste, touch, and hear. The subconscious mind does not know the difference between real or fake. If you think I'm lying, do some research for yourself. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between real or fake. The only thing it knows is that it's being given information, and it records the information that is given it. And once a certain amount of information is given to it, or something is repetitiously fed it over and over, eventually that thing will be accepted as the truth. Just like you hear people, they repeat the same thing over and over. They'll say stuff like, it's always something, it's always something, it's always something, it's always something. And what happens? Their life creates the physical evidence of there's always something, because the subconscious mind has to create the physical evidence of what it is being told, if it's told it long enough. The same way you learned your name. Yeah, it's a law. It's a law. It's just like the law of gravity. The law of gravity says, if I throw this water bottle in the air, it has to come down. The law of the subconscious mind says, whatever is repeated to it on a consistent basis, it will accept it as truth. So you have to ask yourself, are the things that I believe to be true actually true? Or has this been something that has been told to me over and over and over and over again, and I eventually accepted it as the truth, when in fact it's false. This is how your core beliefs are built. This is why you do what you do every single day without thinking about it. This is why you get into your car and you can drive somewhere and not think about it, because your subconscious mind has now took control over your actions. And the media can be used against you through the repetition of the wrong information to cause you to act a certain way. You have to realize a lot of your actions are based off of emotion. And when you're watching something, when you're seeing something, emotion is invoked. When you're hearing something over and over, emotion is invoked. Entertainment, information. I mean, I want you to look at these words. It goes, something from outside goes within and it forms. It forms. I mean, you guys really have to look at pay attention to what's going on. I really want you to I don't want you to just see things and accept them. I want you to see things and question them. I want you to use logic instead of emotion. Most people are emotion driven. That's why we don't do the things that we need to do. You know you're not supposed to eat certain foods, but you do it because you feel, it makes you feel a certain way. You feel like doing it. You know you're supposed to exercise, but you don't do it. Why? Because of emotion. You don't feel like doing it. Programming is everything. If I take a computer and I want this computer to do something, the program has to be installed in the computer. The computer won't respond, or it won't do something different if the programming isn't put in. And how are you programmed? You're programmed by the information that you let come in through media, through social networks, through your surroundings, the people that you're around. Use logic. I just want people, I'm not coming for anyone. I just want people to use logic. I want you to start questioning certain things. Does this make sense? Not have an opinion based off of emotion. Does what's happening make sense? Does what's happening make sense? Some people will look at this and say, he's going on a rant, he's crazy. No, I just want people to use logic. I want people to start using their brains and stop letting other people that so-called have authority over them tell them what they need to know. Tell them what they need to know. Tell you what you need to know. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the top. You absolutely deserve the best. Stay positive. Use logic. Use your mind. And understand, read some books. Learn how your mind works. If I could say one thing, understand how your mind works. And then once you understand how your mind works, then you will a lot of stuff will come in. A lot of stuff that you did not see before, you will actually see. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the top. You absolutely deserve the best. Stay positive, and I see you guys in the next video. Peace.